Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. You read the title of this video. What's going on with Disney? Well, if you probably noticed on my channel, I posting all the late night clips, mostly from Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and Stephen Colbert. Well, except for Jimmy Kimmel Live, because as per you know, Disney went from the happy place on earth to the unhappy place on earth because Jimmy Kimmel Live was put off the air for no apparent reason that I will not say on YouTube because for obvious reasons that got problems. But to me, it was pretty much a sad thing about Jimmy Kimmel Live. He been for the past 22 years, and it was aired on ABC, the TV network owned by Disney. But the problem that Disney has a lot of trouble lately. Now, as probably you know, Jimmy Kimmel Live were all the air for obvious reasons because Disney was not happy of that. I mean, like I know they become the woke company was now known. I mean, the recent Snow White live action movie was pretty much sucked because of Richard Ziegler casting. But the problem is Disney was pretty much gone on creative bankruptcy, creative bankrupt company. If you're not familiar, when I skipped Elon movie because it flopped. It was become the lowest grossing Pixar movie. I skipped the Freaker Friday movie, was a sequel of a 2003 film starring Jimmy Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. But the problem is, I think the Disney were gone a lot lately. I mean, I have a lot of controversies lately. Gina Carano was fired for Disney and Lucasfilm from the Mandalorian series because he went to file the lawsuit and then later settled. But I think my buddy J.K. Airy from Studio Jake made a video about in the description about this lawsuit settlement. So there's that. But I want to know this why I boycott Disney because I want to know that the recent events about that were pretty in mid effect of the entertainment industry, Jimmy Kimmel Live included. But it was pretty much the many people protesting. People wanted to save Jimmy Kimmel Live after pull off the air because Disney wants to continue on. But even though that Disney was putting on a lot of trouble lately, I mean, the recent upcoming next film on Walt Disney Pictures label was going to be Tron Alice. Yeah, this movie stars Jared Leto because he's a widow, but to me, I hope it's going to be a flop because of the Disney and Jimmy Kimmel debacle, but that's like we're basically I don't know this movie's gonna be sucked. Even the guy that David Fincher's figure collaborators and the guys for 9 Inch Nails and Jeff Cronenworth, the cinematography who made a bunch of David Fincher movies or something. But and also director of the AMC's We Make Movies Better pre-show ad you seen before the movies begin. But to me, it's not happening. I hope this could be a flop because of the Disney and Jimmy Kimmel fiasco. So, yeah, a very reason I boycott Disney a lot. And I think that many woke YouTubers like Neutronic, Geeks and Gamer, Ryan Keeling, Cloudfix TV, The Quarantine, and as well as a couple of YouTubers known as the Hold My Duke Sack and the Angry Badger and Real Shift and Alum and Overlord DVD and a bunch of others. I seen one YouTuber who before was coupled in the MCU Shield reaction videos. Some I probably hating it, so you know the videos. But for me, YouTubers are not happy for that. I mean, I boycott Mr. H reviews. I haven't mentioned that, but for me, if this Disney boycott debacle like Jimmy Kimmel Live pulled off the air because the reason that Disney would continue downward spiral and because one of the writers of Lost or co-creator I'm not sure was never worked for Disney until Jimmy Kimmel were we in the state of this show of the late night show Jimmy Kimmel Live. And I agreed. And one of the actors for She-Hulk, no less, who said support Disney because of the boycott Disney movement. Yeah, I know he's a Taiwan actress. You know, we'll probably be seeing a couple of projects, but hey, it still works. But to me, Disney is not the better place, or the end, as we call, the unhappiest place on earth. Because if you were the mall, I boycott Disney for now after the Jimmy Kimmel debacle. And I'm hoping it's going to be a better. So whoever watching this video, and everyone, Chuck Hussein and some other YouTubers, I boycott Disney for now, because there's the other entertainment companies like Netflix, Amazon, MGM Studios, Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, NBC Universal, Paramount Skydance. And speaking of that, and a lot of others, but in fact, Paramount Skydance, this is the reason that after the lawsuit settlement between Trump and CBS News rated 60 Minutes, the Paramount Skydance, before the merger was completed, CBS canceled the Late Show with Stephen Colbert for obvious reasons, because they're making a final season. But I hope this is going to be a singles, much like they did in LA. The protesting of the Late Show with Stephen Colbert was going to be on the Save the Late Show, so like that. So I made a video about that. So yeah, that's what you know. The Late Show. So I bring the reason that the Jimmy Kimmel Live was canceled. Maybe, probably not. But if you know, please, wherever you're watching this video, boycott Disney. And I'm not supporting Disney, as well as the film, TV, theme box, and all that stuff. And especially, I'm not going to see Tron Alice if this Jimmy Kimmel will reinstate of that company. Pretty watching this the recent movies that came out at the time, when the Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey and Jodie Pierre produced film, totally a disaster, got terrible reviews in Rotten Tomatoes. But for me, it's not happening to know why Disney was a complete family-friendly place. They're like, oh, what is going on? And I don't know, the MCU, Marvel Studios gone a lot of trouble lately after the success of Deadpool Wolverine. Sure, the Captain America movie was recent with Harrison Ford as a villain, not so much. Thunderbolt movie did well, but not so well. It didn't match the box office. And of course, MCU Fantastic Four movie starring everyone's favorite Hollywood heartthrob, that isn't Chris Pratt or Jack Black or other actors. Pedro Pascal. So that's why, you know, it was a disappointment. They got to receive well. I mean, it's better than the 2015 Fan Force Day crap. But that's 10 years ago. But this made a fine, good, Fantastic Four movie that everyone need to. So, but still, I think the problem of Disney and the whole corporation has a lot of problem lately. So please, whoever is watching this video and everyone else, hashtag please boycott Disney before Jimmy Kimmel will reinstate Jimmy Kimmel and the late night talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live. So please hashtag boycott Disney and hashtag save Jimmy Kimmel Live. And we will know, we need to stop all the shenanigans and do something better. So we will bring the family-friendly place to all on earth in the new generation of entertainment. So please, hashtag boycott Disney and hashtag save Jimmy Kimmel Live. And that's pretty much it for the video for today. That's a kind of a talk video. So what do you think in the comments? What do you think about that topic? Let me know in the comments. And thank you, Chuck Hussein and other bunch of YouTubers I'm familiar. So I really appreciate. Let me know what you think, and give me a like this video, share your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Apologies to Matt Damon, we ran out of time, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And remember, hashtag boycott Disney and hashtag save Jimmy Kimmel Live. Good night, everyone.